Good evening. In the light of recent WikiLeaks, I understand that you've agreed to talk to us.
I didn't agree. I'm here under duress.
Duress? Who from?
I'm not prepared to say.
Well, okay, I'll put it to you. What we have learned, mainly from WikiLeaks, but also from other sources.
It's all lies. I deny any wrongdoing.
We've got documentary proof, though, that in 1959 you signed the UK Official Secrets Act and went to work at the GPO research station in Neasden.
That information is in the public domain.
What work did you do there?
I worked on communications.
And it's known that this place was a centre for MI5.
I didn't know that at the time.
But nevertheless, you were recruited by MI5 at that time and continued to work for them for a number of years.
No comment.
Well, why is it that you're now not allowed into the UK?
Not true. I am allowed back for weddings and bar mitzvahs and trips with grandchildren.
When did you first come across the spy that you know as H?
I heard about his work at university.
Our information is that you were sent to Israel to find out whether he was a double or triple agent.
No comment.
Don't you think that it was a bit of a coincidence that you were located in the Merkaz Klita within a mile of where Agent H was living at the time?
Well, that's the way it was.
And how did you make contact with him?
I didn't make contact with him. He contacted me.
How was that?
He came to the Merkaz Klita and was looking to invite people for Rosh Hashanah. My family got chosen to go.
What were your feelings about this?
It was obviously suspicious. H and family were too hospitable to be real.
What else aroused your suspicion?
He threw bread with uncanny accuracy. He was obviously a trained marksman.
Now, we have information that you reported all this back to your handler, and that a dummy start-up company was set up for you with some Americans. You recruited H to negotiate a contract for you. What did you learn from this?
Increased suspicion that he was working for the Russians. He was very hard on the Americans.
Were these suspicions proven?
He was too clever. I was told to ring him at 3 o'clock in the morning from America when he was supposed to be speaking to the Russians. He answered the phone and said nothing about the fact that it was the middle of the night. Some months later his wife let slip that I had woken him up. We drew a blank on this.
Now, there was also a suspicion that he was deep throat.
Yes. I was instructed to draw him into singing in public so that voice recognition detection units could identify him.
And how did this work out?
I succeeded in getting him to sing in a trio, but he was too smart to be caught by this. When he realised what was happening, he got the audience to laugh so loudly that we weren't able to take any readings.
How were his handlers contacting him?
We suspected that it was through the books that he buys. They leave him coded messages. That's why when his wife wants to give away his books, he refuses to part with them. Anybody getting hold of them would break his cover.
Where does Agent H operate from?
He had an office with partners in Tel Aviv. They became suspicious. They were about to blow his cover and he had to move on. Now he operates from an office filled with his own people. They've been told to keep their mouths shut.
Now that he's 70, won't he be retiring?
Spies like him don't retire. I believe the Russians are now after him.
What will they do? Use poison?
He's too careful with his food.
What about the poison umbrella?
That's why he never walks anywhere.
So what will they do?
Nothing, but they'll keep an eye on they'll keep him on their books until he's 120.
Thank you for all the information. It's been most helpful.
I hope not.